Concentrate on the candle. It will help you to remember. Those who destroyed Valdis brought about the death of the world.
I know all this. I'm not some child
Concentrate. You must focus if you want to learn. The end time changed the face of the world. The ground erupted. The world was reborn. The very essence of magic changed. Magic is pure again. With my guidance, you can become greater than ever before. Open your mind. Let the power flow through you. That's it. Keep going.
Yes. Yes. I almost... The magic. Wait. What?
Well done.
It's too much! I can't...
Follow the ley lines.
Help me!
Their magic will lead you to your destiny. Look, I know he's not himself right now, but...
Enough. We cannot tolerate this. The rogue mage will be dealt with before anyone else gets hurt.
Stop! Wait, please! Not the way I imagined we'd meet. I'm Burke. I heard you arrived late last night. Sorry if we woke you. Sorry if the arguing woke you up. It's my brother, Canrid. There's something wrong with him. He's gone mad and he's hurt people. I think the Dryads are gonna kill him. Excuse me, this isn't your problem. Good to meet you in person. We've heard so much. Not these Dryads. They're angered at the slightest provocation. Happened a few weeks ago. A Grandmaster Mage came to our village to teach Canrid. Next thing we knew, Canrid set fire to all the buildings, destroyed everything. We've been following him ever since. No, I'm telling you, it's that other mage who started it. Changed Canrid somehow. Taught him some sort of magic we've never seen before. Made him forget his family and his friends. He left the village and we followed him for almost a month. Along the way, Canrid did strange things, like casting magic on doorways, sealing them. When we got here, he tried to seal the outpost gate. I grabbed his staff and... Canrid didn't mean to hurt me. He recognized me. For a moment. His staff broke and we both got thrown backwards. He took off over the hill. You don't understand. He's not a bad man. Maybe a little out of his head right now. But he needs help. Not a dagger in the back. We may not always have seen eye to eye. But Canrid's my brother. And I know he's still in there, somewhere. Look, you're the one who killed Valdis. Canrid always wanted to meet you. Maybe if you talk to him, he'll snap out of it. Thank you. You're the last chance Canrid's got. He's south of here in the Blighted Hills.
This is a good man. His heart is pure. His brother is a murderous renegade. Yet Burke has forgiven him and has sacrificed everything for him. I don't think I could do the same. Canred killed innocent people. Even if he comes to his senses now and behaves normally, he'll always be a murderer. I'd be afraid that he'd do it again, and come after me next time.
Oh, it's you. Just leave me alone, please. It's nothing a hero like yourself would have time for. Just go away, please. You and these dryads are all cut from the same cloth. They enjoy lording it over us. We were allowed refuge here, but they never let us forget how much we owe them for it. Anyone who complains is kicked out and left to die. But Eliza never complained. Eliza's my wife. She left the outpost a few days ago to gather berries for our son, Arlen. She hasn't come back. These damned dryads will do nothing to help, and they've forbidden me to search for her. I don't know what to do. I can't believe it. Thank you. Eliza was picking berries in the river valley south of here. Well, we stopped at a number of travelers' sanctuaries on the way to the outpost. I guess she would go to one of those. There are a few of them in the hills south of here.
Burke seemed to expect us all to run back out into the wilderness and hunt for his brother. I lost 2 brothers, an aunt, and my father in the war, and my daughter on the journey here. All I want to do now is rest.
Not personally. We'd heard of him, of course. Canred was said to be the strongest mage in the kingdom. We met up with Burke's group north of here. Burke's a good leader, but Canred seemed a bit off, if you know what I mean. Certainly not worth risking my neck for. Well, our journey here was a hard one. People disappeared almost every night. We were all scared and hungry. My daughter fell sick, and there was nothing we could do. Burke hasn't suffered any more than the rest of us. Not personally. We'd heard of him, of course. Canred was said to be the strongest mage in the kingdom. We met up with Burke's group north of here. Burke's a good leader, but Canred seemed a bit off, if you know what I mean. Certainly not worth risking my neck for. Well, our journey here was a hard one. People disappeared almost every night. We were all scared and hungry. Burke seemed to expect us all to run. Well, our journey here was a hard one.
Well, out of the pan and into the fire, as they say. Some days I wish I'd stayed in the northern reaches instead of traveling so far, just to throw myself on the mercy of these fanatics. It's complete anarchy. No order, very little food, roving bandits. We were hoping to find a better situation down here, but it seems that most of Arana has fallen into chaos. Yes. I don't want to speak ill of those who have taken us in, you understand. But the dryads make me uncomfortable. All their talk of some leader nobody's ever seen treating us like beggars. It's complete anarchy. No order, very little food, roving bandits. We were hoping to find a better situation down here, but it seems that most of Arana has fallen into chaos. Yes. I don't want to speak ill of those who have taken us in, you understand. But the dryads make... Yes.
Greetings. You're being the one who smashed that Valdis brute, no? Adventurers such as yourself must know the land pretty well, eh? The name's Joran Glitterdelv, Master Fist of Stone. I of the fabled Glitterdelv mine in Ebb. See, I've come all the way up here to find the lost dwarves. They're a group of the best miners from the Glitterdelv, Silver Dark and even the Christwood mines. Somewhere around here, they founded the Glory Deep mine. Supposed to be the richest mine ever discovered. Sent home a letter about the place, and a ruby bigger than my fist. It's been 150 years since we heard from them. Long enough to make you wonder what they've been up to. Nobody around here seems to know anything. Me? I think they've been hiding from us all these years. Mine that rich would keep them fat and happy, with ample gold to hire their own guards. The mining guild can't enforce the laws anyway, with them being so far away. Has to be somewhere nearby. The land around here matches the description in the note, and I've uncovered a few old caches of supplies marked with the Glory Deep symbol. I'd be much obliged if you can be looking around for more clues of the lost dwarves' whereabouts. No one's heard from them in the past 150-odd years. Someone of your repute should be able to reach places too dangerous for me to consider. You have me, thanks. Look for the ram's head symbol carved in stone in out-of-the-way places.
If we had kept you locked up in the first place, then none of this would have happened. Though maybe then, the Great Leader wouldn't have come to us. Valdis? Ha! That human with the sword. The Great Leader says that Valdis was just a pawn, and really wasn't very powerful. Though I suppose you think very highly of yourself for killing him, don't you? The Great Leader has taught us many things. About our rightful place in the world, how to fight. If we had known these things back when your army attacked us, we wouldn't have had a chance. Valdis? Ha! That human with the sword. The Great Leader says that
You're not the most popular person around here, but I prefer to make my own judgments. If you would like to specialize in something different, I can reset your skills for a small fee. You'll need to choose a party member first. Whose skills would you like to reset? Be aware that if you no longer meet the requirements for your equipped items, they will be placed in your inventory. If your inventory is full, they will be dropped. Are you sure you want me to reset?
I never expected to see you here, of all places. You're not exactly someone we ever wanted to see again. No offense. Look, I'm truly thankful you rescued me from the Morden last year. But had I known you were going to go off and destroy the world, I would have tried to stop you. Every time I look at you, I see Graylin sinking into the waves again. Yes, your little cataclysm destroyed our home. The island cracked down the middle and the sea rose up and washed everything away. Less than half of us escaped. Anyway, I have work to do. Try to stay out of trouble. Celia's not apt to be as forgiving this time. I never expected to see you here. Look, I'm truly thankful you anyway.
Well, mercenary, you have some nerve coming here after what happened in Erelon. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't lock you up again. Perhaps not. But I know you. You'll be causing trouble before long. And if you do anything unsanctioned this time, punishment will be swift. Spending a night with the bound creatures in the hills should do the trick. Yes, creatures, even people, are somehow being corrupted. Their bodies are horribly mutilated. and they behave mindlessly as if bound to something or someone. They fight viciously and to the death, and don't seem to feel pain. It's far worse than even the plague. They're all over the hills. It's not safe to leave the outpost alone. That'll be your fate if you cross me. My dryads and I have much to do, so whatever you've come here for can wait until we have time to hear you out. Dismissed.
Well, look who it is. I hope you've kept busy this past year. I certainly have. There's a new technique I've learned. Reagent recipes. Would you like to hear more about them? Or have you come to have an item enchanted? It took all of my abilities, as well as a little luck, but I've rediscovered the ancient art of reagent recipes. With this new technique, I can create an enchantment that's far more powerful than the reagents themselves. I'll show you what I mean if you'll bring me a few of the ingredients. Find a few ash leaves, some sage liniment, and a pinch of gardenia leaves, and I'll give you my special recipe. I'm sure you'll find it useful.
We have taken in more humans than we have room for, and they're in bad shape. But our nature mages are busy with more important things, and my strengths are acquiring and selling goods. At least they had a few baubles to trade. Would you like to see what reagents I have for sale? I used to meet with antiquities dealers all across I hate to send any of my animals out into the wilderness while those... I heard from my sisters that you had returned, but I didn't want to believe it. We have enough to worry about without you interfering again. What do you want?
It's you! I didn't think I would ever see you again. After all that's happened with Valdis, the second cataclysm, the sinking of Graylin, I had not heard any news of your fate. I'm glad to see you safe. She was lost in the fall of Erelon. Celia ordered me to take her place. This is not how I imagined myself becoming craft mistress, but my sisters need me. Oh, listen to me. I'm sure you have more important things to worry about than listening to me, Pratolon. What can I do for you?
Greetings. Kurth of the F&K Society at your service. If you happen to have found any ancient stone tablets during your travels, I'd be very interested in taking a peek at them. I've accumulated a wealth of unique items in my time. I'm sure I have something you'd be willing to trade your tablets for. Alternatively, I can offer you one of my treasures if you have a special code from Dungeon Siege Throne of Agony for the PSP system. Or, if you prefer, I can give you a special code you can use within Throne of Agony. What can I do for you?
Leaving the outpost? Best keep your eyes open and your hearing sharp. The hills are crawling with all manner of unnatural creatures. You may leave the outpost if you must, but if we catch you attempting to enter the quarantine areas, you'll be dealt with harshly. That is official Dryad business.
Do you think that if I improve... Any luck finding the reagents for my special recipe? No, you don't have anything that's used in the recipe. Keep...
I've heard you're planning to explore the area outside the outpost. You want to do something useful while you're out there? If the rumors are true about your abilities, I could really use your help. Fair enough. Still, there are pressing matters more likely to end in success. There have been reports of strange creatures in the hills. Abominations. They're like creatures and people that we used to be familiar with, but they've been corrupted somehow. Their bodies are horribly mutilated, and they behave mindlessly as if bound to something or someone. They're stronger, fearless, and bloodthirsty. They've become a major problem, and there's no one else who's strong enough to get the information I need. Will you help me? Thank you. There are 5 creatures in particular I'd like information on, if you can find them. Find out what happened to the Terak, humans, hyena, fellspines, and Haku in the hills. If you can bring me samples from them, I'd be grateful. Try not to damage them too badly when you kill them. I'm not sure, but there are reports of them all over the hills. If the rumors are true, they'll find you first. My sisters tell me that the bound creatures are drawn to strength.
This place is nothing like Graylin. It's so brown and rocky. The Great Leader says that the Cataclysm tore up the terrain here. It's so cracked and rocky now that it's a perfect place to start the plan. Makes it easy to defend our outposts. The Cataclysm shook the whole world. When that sword broke, the land cracked, and Graylin sank. Our home is gone. There's magic deep underground in those cracks. We Dryads are specially attuned to it. Nice try. I can't talk about the Great Leader with outsiders. All you need to know is that the plan is very important, and it will change everything. You'll see. The Dryads will fix this whole Cataclysm business. The Cataclysm shook the whole world.
Well, I can't say I'm glad to see you, though you're one of the few people in Arana who can afford a bed right now. But the Great Leader tells us to be civil to everyone, even... well... very sorry, but the warrior...
Dryads! Wasted time doing business with them. I should have run from those vixens when I had the chance. Won't make that mistake again. By the gods! I didn't recognize you at first. Hey, I bet a famous, powerful hero like you could get my business back. And my so-called partner, Anya, has gone all crazy on me. Don't know if it's because of the full moon or what, but the damn Hellcat clawed me something fierce. What? She's never minded my language before. Besides, she always likes the gold I bring to fill her coffers. And the furs I wear to warm her bed. Usually, I meet her at the outpost. But this time, she'd gone out patrolling with a bunch of military types. Not a friendly face in the lot, so I expected a bit of trouble. But nothing like this. When I caught up with them, every one of the damn Ice Queens was dead. And Anya, she was standing over them, hands and mouth all bloody. When she saw me, she tried to do me in, too. I've got pretty fast reflexes, but she still managed to grab my pack. I've lost everything to that damn wench. Much appreciated. I'll reward you well if you can recover my pack. Be careful, though. Anya's always been one strong wench, and whatever happened to her has made her doubly so. You can find her to the south. They had set up a little camp, but I'm sure she's torn it up pretty bad by now.
Had any luck getting my pack from that vixen Anya? Don't know what I'll do without it. Syria be blessed! You did it! Have to say, I didn't expect I'd ever see you again. It's not that I doubted you could deal with her, just that most hero types I've met agree to do something just to shut you up and then forget all about you as soon as you're out of sight. Glad to see you keep your word. Here, you've earned this for your help. And hey, you ever need magical trinkets, come see me. Syria be with you, friend.